Welcome back to another episode of Home Sweet Home Cooking. I am your host Rocky, along with my mother in her kitchen as always. Today I'm doing a recipe that she's never had before. This is one of my favorites. It's kind of a comfort food for me. It is an unstuffed cabbage roll. It tastes kind of like American. When I say goulash and you're Hungarian, don't get mad. I don't mean your classical Hungarian, but the American style goulash. It kind of has that flavor to it, but it doesn't have any paprika in it, which is weird. Anyway, it's going to be one small head of cabbage, and I cut it up into about 3/4 inch pieces. There is going to be, it says for 1.5 pounds of turkey or a lean ground beef. I decided this time I want to do something different, so I got some sausage, some Kaneka, however you want to pronounce it, and I got the Cajun flavored sausage. Cut that up into about 1/8 inch wide slices. One whole onion, calls for some garlic. We're just going to use some pre-processed. Calls for 2 15-ounce cans of tomatoes diced. I bought one 28-ounce can of Cento brand San Marzano whole peeled tomatoes. These are fantastic in everything. I love these. These are my new go-to tomato. It also calls for an 8-ounce can of tomato sauce. I got the Hunt's brand roasted garlic. You can use whatever you want in there. It's going to call for some ketchup. It says to use about 1/2 cup of water. I never do. I don't want to make soup out of mine. I like mine to be a little bit thicker. If I need a little more water, I can put some in, but I'm not going to unless I need it. And the spices are some salt and pepper. I just put them in this little shot glass. And the crushed
drink it?
Well, no.
Oh.
And the crushed red pepper. So I'm going to get over to the stove, and we're going to show you how to put this together. We'll be right back. To get the party started, I've got the heat on a little above medium, almost a medium high. You can put a little bit of oil. It says you can do it in a large pan. Yeah, you can, but by the time you get all this in there, you're gonna end up with half of it on the stove top. So just do yourself a favor and do it in some type of stock pot, whatever you want to call this. I'm gonna get this hot, and then you're gonna add in your onions and your meat. So let me let this get a little warmed up and we'll add that in. Alright, it's hot enough to get started. Put in onions. Now some of the grease is going to escape out of the sausage, so I'm going to stir these onions in a little bit to the oil, make sure they've got a good coating of oil. And I'm going to go ahead, if I was doing the raw meat, for sure I would add that in right now. I'm just going to go ahead and add it in, even though it's just sausage. I'm going to cook it through until the onions are tender, maybe a little bit of color, and everything is nice and hot. And when we get to that point, we'll be right back. Now if the onions are starting to turn translucent, so I'm going to add a couple cloves of garlic's worth of diced garlic. Give that a little cook in there. Don't want to let it go too long. I did turn the temperature down to just below medium now. Let that go for just a minute. I'm going to add in the cabbage. And it's time to add the rest of the ingredients. So one's going to go the cabbage. And it's going to go the tomato sauce. It's going to go the salt and the pepper. Crushed red pepper. My mom and I like it a little hot, so you can put a little more in. It calls for cayenne pepper. I tend to use crushed red pepper instead. About 1/2 cup of ketchup. And for me, the last thing I add in is the tomatoes, because these are whole tomatoes, so I want to give them a squeeze. As you notice, they're not drained. You want the juice. And if you don't know what a San Marzano is, it is only grown in one certain area of Italy, in the San Marzano region. They are very delicious, and it can only be a San Marzano from that region because of the volcanic rock, the lava rock, rich soil that grows on that one side of the mountains that makes the tomatoes grow in a way that just tastes wonderful. So if you can't get those, you can use a type of Roma tomato or something that's going to be kind of juicy. That's it. You get it all stirred in. You want to bring it to a boil. You're going to cover it and let it go for about 30 minutes. So when this comes to a boil, I'll just throw a cover on it and we'll be back when it's done.
It looks like chili, honey.
Looks like sloppy Joe-ish. Not sloppy Joe, goulash-ish. Alright, it has been going for about a half an hour. The cabbage is definitely softened. Got a little bit of crunch left to it. And I want my mom to go ahead and have her first taste because I know what this tastes like.
How much you paying me to eat this?
I'm not.
Oh.
She's not a big cabbage fan, but really it's not about the cabbage. I mean, the tomato and the sausage, and yeah, there's cabbage in it, but...
That's edible.
That's edible. It's good, ain't it? A little sausage, a little cabbage, a little tomato. It does kind of taste like goulash. Does it not?
Doesn't taste bad.
You'd eat this. Wouldn't you? A bowl of this? That's all I ask. Dad, would you eat a bowl of this? He likes goulash, but he's afraid to try new things.
If we took you to the casino, would you eat it?
Sweet, we don't have to take him to the casino. Alright, folks. This is one of my favorite comfort foods. I just had this, the cabbage was gifted. I had a big head last week, which I went ahead and I made this last week, so I already had, this pot will do, for me, about 5 meals. It's supposed to be served as like 8 people, but I'll eat this whole thing as the main course, and a piece of biscuit on the side, a piece of cornbread on the side would be fantastic with this. Like I say, it'll be 5 meals for me. I'll have another 5 meals, so I'll have 10 of these over a week and a half period. That's how much I like this. It is definitely hot enough because I put that red pepper in there. You can definitely taste that, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it was the Cajun sausage.
The sausage is good.
It is. Normally, the last time I made this, I actually used Italian style turkey, so it's almost an Italian sausage, but it was turkey, ground turkey, and it was good. It was better than just plain old regular turkey, which kind of is lacking in flavor, but this, even just the tomato liquid portion, I love this. I love this meal, I really do. Give it a try, real simple. Cabbage is cheap. You can use ground beef, ground venison if you have it. Turkey, you don't have to use any meat if you don't want to. This is up to you. You can put rice in there. This would actually be good with beans instead of a meat if you want to make it vegetarian.
Yeah.
Throw in some
black beans.
Black beans or kidney beans would be fantastic in this for meat substitute if you want just the vegetarian style. So you can do it however you want, and it's going to make a really good savory meal. So I give this a thumbs up. I hope you give the video a thumbs up, and like and subscribe and share. And comment down below if you've tried this before. I know this is one that's been on the internet because I got this off the internet years ago, and it's been a favorite of mine for a long time. So, as always, we thank you for watching, and hope you see us in another video. Good night.